here today to take possession of three new trucks that we just bought, all internationals with the LT 826 motors. These are newer trucks compared to the trucks that we already got in our fleet, but this will make us an official fleet and then some. We like these trucks. They got a lot of new upgrades, and you know, like I said before, we're new to the trucking business, but we learn it. We've learned a lot. We've been screwed over a lot, but you know, it costs to be the boss. And so throughout the past year, you know, we've taken our hard knocks and, you know, we've learned from them. Now we're going to be able to teach you and show you and give you advice based on the losses we've taken and what we've learned, which is super important. What I like about these trucks here, they are used trucks, but they got very low miles. They were spec'd out by the original buyer to have APUs, which is like a $15,000 upgrade. These have refrigerators in them, so our drivers will love those. They've got inverters already built inside, so the drivers can plug up multiple items like laptops, games, TVs, microwaves, whatever. And so let's take a look inside. Gorgeous. If you take a look at the interior, Internationals are known to have some of the best seats for driver comfort in the industry. These are single bunks. Our other trucks are double bunk condos, but that's not a big deal because we don't really do team driving. These trucks, like I said, have very low miles. We also like the dash setup. It's kind of comparable to a car, so a driver that may have only, say, about a year experience or 6 months, they will feel comfortable in this truck as if it's a car, just because the way that everything is set up, the dash, and you know, I like this new little pleather wraparound they did. And it's you know, when you get in it, I don't have a Class A driver license. I drive them sometimes just playing around in the lot and everything, but I feel very comfortable in this truck. And all our trucks are automatics except for one. We've got one truck that is not an automatic, but everybody is switching over to automatic because drivers, you know, they don't want to be switching gears. And a lot of drivers too, especially a lot of new drivers, and you'll see this, do not have a Class A with them being able to operate a manual. So it's almost like you got to get automatics because there's a major shortage of drivers in the industry right now. So I would advise, if you're gonna pick up a new truck, get an automatic. That way you don't have to hear you know, drivers complaining and stuff like that. Let's take a look at the next truck. Got a couple different features on them. Mostly all of them are the same, but it's a couple little differences in them. Now, first, let's talk about how we actually finance these trucks. You know, we pretty much paid cash for the other trucks that we had. We got them at a hell of a deal back when we first bought them. I mean, it was a steal. Had we known what the industry was going to be like now in the trucking climate, we would have bought 10 or 15 of them during that time. So a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting down and I was thinking like, hey, we need some more trucks. And you know, what can we do to get those trucks without having to make such a large cash outlay to purchase them? So me and my son, we sat down, we started looking up the values of our current trucks. And what brought that to mind is that trucks are in such a high demand right now because manufacturers are behind on building. So that means trucks that were at 30, 40, 50,000 just a year ago are now double that. So I got to thinking about our trucks, and we started looking up comparable trucks and prices, and we found out the trucks that we had in our current inventory are worth twice as much as when we bought them. Now, if you know anything about used cars, used trucks, you know that's kind of unheard of, but supply and demand. And being that the supply of trucks and manufacturers are so behind right now on building trucks, then that made our truck values double in value in less than a year. And And so I was like, well, if that's the case, why don't we take our trucks and use that additional equity that we have in them as leverage to purchase new trucks? And so that's exactly what we did. So we didn't have to put a dime down. We used our other trucks as collateral, basically cross-collateralized the loan with those trucks and incorporating these trucks into the loan, and didn't have to put a dime down. And so that was super important for us because, you know, right now you need as much cash as you can just for operating capital and expenses, unforeseen things. So that was really good for us to be able to acquire 4 more new trucks without having to put up additional cash. And so that's how we got it done. And we also put up a couple other pieces of equipment that we had to go along with it just to seal the deal. And with the interest rates as low as they are right now, it's the prime time to go out and buy a truck if you're getting into the trucking industry. So moving forward, we will share with you our struggle, our triumphs, and everything that we got going on in the trucking industry. We do consulting. We have our own in-house dispatching, and now we are well versed in putting together or helping people put together their trucking company. So we do consulting for a small fee. We'll help you put your whole trucking company together from beginning to end, because in trucking there is a shitload of paperwork. I mean, there's so much shit you couldn't even think straight. And I did everything you could fucking think of the wrong way in the beginning. But now, you know, we got an in-house dispatcher who has about 50 years of experience in the trucking business. She's come in and helped turn, you know, get our things straight, our paperwork and company and stuff like that. So that's helped us in a major way, and we can also help you. We've learned a lot about motors, what type of trucks you should buy, what type of trucks you should not buy, where to buy them from, the lending side of it. Commercial lending is a whole different beast from just going out and buying a regular car or truck. So we can help you in that aspect. We can also turn you on to like our insurance agents, because we've gotten fucked royally on insurance on these trucks. I've had insurance policies that are double what I'm paying now, only because I didn't have the right insurance agent that specialized in trucking insurance. So like, let's say if that policy came back at $120,000 a year for our fleet, I got that cut in half by going with an insurance agent that specifically deals with trucking insurance. And I can help you do that too. And you know, we've had some issues where we let our insurance lapse because our trucks were sitting because the titles were messed up at one time. So our trucks actually sat a year without us being able to put them on the road and making a dime, but we were still paying insurance on it. And one day we were like, why are we paying insurance and the trucks are sitting? But we didn't know you should have bobtail insurance and keep some type of insurance continuing on, or you could lose your authority behind it. So, you know, it's so many things we've learned, so many ways we fucked up, but that's good for you, because now we can put you in the game and give you a lot of knowledge and teach you and a lot of advice, and, you know, get you out here, get you on the road, and get you making some money immediately.